Okay, today we're going to talk about our second tab in our foldable on probability, which is Unit 12. And we're going to go ahead and talk about two-way frequency tables. There's three slides. One of them does have a table, so leave a little bit of room for that. And we're basically just going to talk about what a frequency table is and fill one out. Okay, go ahead and take a second to copy this down in our notes. This will be the most writing we'll do today. We'll have two other slides that are answering questions, but this part will take up the most room. So go ahead and pause this for a minute and write down what's up here. You will be asked some questions on this that you'll have to answer to continue on, so go ahead and write this down now. All right, if you read through this, it says out of 50 students to answer a questionnaire, 6 of the 21 men play basketball. There are 24 women who play basketball and complete the table. So here's what I know then. Okay, I know there are 50 total people, okay, involved in this questionnaire. So see where it has total and total, where they both line up and cross each other? I know there's going to be 50 people total that answer this questionnaire. So if you go to the next question, it says 6 of the 21 men play basketball. So I'm going to find where men and basketball overlap, and I know 6 of them play basketball, and I know that there's 21 men total. Okay, so there's the other number. And then it says there are 24 women who play basketball. So I'm going to find where 24 and where women and basketball intersect, and I'm going to go ahead and put a 24 there. Here's the thing about a frequency table. The numbers that go horizontally across, so this way, they all end up being the total, okay? And the total also goes vertically, up and down. They all add up to be a total. So here's what I know. I know 21 people play, 21 men play basketball and soccer. So if 6 of the men play basketball, okay, then how many are going to play soccer? Okay, 15. Because 6 plus 15 equals 21. Okay? Going straight up and down, then I know 6 men play basketball. I know 24 women play basketball. So altogether, 30 people should play basketball, okay, when I add vertically. Okay? If I go to this part, I know that 21 men did the questionnaire, and a total of 50 people did the questionnaire. So if 21 men did the questionnaire, then that means 29 women would have to have done the questionnaire. So here's what I know then, women-wise. 29 women did the questionnaire. 24 of them did basketball, so that means that 5 of them, okay, because we have a total of 29, would have had to have done soccer. Okay, and then my last one I'm filling out, okay, if 15 did soccer, okay, there were men, and 5 women did soccer, then the total number of people that did soccer should have been 20. So you should see the numbers are going to add horizontally and vertically to equal the total. Okay, so here's my total here. Here's my total down here. So these numbers are going to add to give me those answers, okay, vertically and horizontally on a two-way frequency table. Okay, now that we got the two-way frequency table filled out, let's go ahead and answer a few questions. And again, you're just going to find where stuff overlaps to answer them. Okay, how many men were there total? Okay, that answered the questionnaire. So if you look, if I go over here, this is the total number of men that did the questionnaire, so there are 21. Number 2, how many women were there? Okay, how many women were there? If I look over here and I go straight across, okay, 29. 24 did basketball, 5 did soccer. The total though was 29. How many basketball players? So they want the total of basketball players. So if I look at the bottom, 6 men did basketball, 24 women did basketball, so 30. Okay, 30 total, okay, did basketball. And then the last one, how many women soccer players? So again, I'm just going to find where women and soccer intersect. So here's women right here. Here's soccer right here, and they intersect in this spot. So 5 women did soccer. Okay, this is the last slide of our foldable. So again, make sure you write these questions down. You don't have to write down this table again because we already filled it out, but write down the questions. Since these all have a P in front of them, they're going to be probability questions. Okay, so the first one says, what's the probability that somebody did soccer? Okay, that somebody did soccer. Since it's a probability question, you can answer in one of two ways depending on how they ask it. You're either going to answer it as a fraction, or you're going to change that fraction to a decimal. Okay, so the first one, the probability that somebody did soccer. First of all, how many total people did this survey? Okay, the answer is 50, so that's going to be my bottom number. So out of those 50 people, okay, how many of them did soccer? Okay, if you look, the total number of people that did soccer, okay, if I find soccer, ends up being 20. So you have a 20 out of 50 chance that somebody did soccer. You do want to reduce that down. Okay, that reduces down to 2/5. And again, if they ask it as a decimal, you just divide it on your calculator, you would get 0.4. Okay, for that one. Number 6 up there. What's the probability that somebody was a male basketball player? So again, our denominator is 50. That's how many people were asked, okay, on this questionnaire. The probability that they are a male basketball player, okay, I'm going to find where men and basketball intersect. Okay, they intersect at 6. So there's a 6 out of 50 chance that somebody you asked was a male basketball player. And if you reduce that down, see, I'll divide the top by 2 and get 3, and the bottom by 2 and get 25. So you would get 3/25. And if they want that as a decimal, if I divide 3 divided by 25 on my calculator, I end up getting 0.12, okay, which is 1200ths. All right, number 3, what's the probability that somebody up here was a woman that was surveyed? So again, there's 50 people surveyed, so that's my bottom number. Okay, the probability that they are a woman, if you look for the total number of women surveyed, okay, 29 women were surveyed, the total number of women. So 29 out of 50 would be your answer. I don't think that reduces down. And again, if they ask you for a decimal, in this case, 0.58. Okay, 0.58 if they ask you for the decimal in Math Excel. Number 8, what's the probability that somebody's a football player? If you look up there, football wasn't even on there, right? So the probability that somebody asked was a football player, okay, is 0, because 0 people said they were football players. Okay, it wasn't even on the list. So 0 out of 50 people would be football players. And again, that's the same as 0. And then our last one, what's the probability that somebody's a man plus the probability that they're not a man? Well, if I look at this one, the probability that somebody's a man, okay, out of the 50 people surveyed, how many were men? If I go up here, it looks like it's 21 total were men. And the probability that somebody was not a man, okay, well, that means they're a woman, so 29 out of 50 would have been a woman. And it makes sense when you add those together, you get 50 out of 50. Okay, which means really there's a 100% chance that somebody was either not a man or a man that they surveyed.